me for any MPP for nyina me chacha mu nyina ba bia mo nyina na ene we MPP ni ba na se odi Dr. Bawumia chi a oda na wada sabio MPP amanyo ko no nye sikadie ekuo enye ko bi a omo pesika eni di animu normally no MPP ko ni ekuo bi a we are more interested in say be develop oman enti so bi si aban betra Ghana konwa so as MPP government wa mani sika dodo ma na ni enti wadwa na enti obe contest because on tiasie because nipa na ogina ho no oba onim say corruption practices onye obi obetumi ene na ye enti wadwa minyaba man no dem fire ho. We are following the ideology of the MPP. Samila Sulemi Mwakwapa. Enti we MPP ni now to Dr. Bawumia now person Dr. Bawumia ne medi MPP amanyo kona nim 2028 election. Oda na wada. But the message is bo modern to aso. Na ye campaign enipa bia delegate bia unim no onim so okasa obetie bia no. Koswa na mani nkuranhye se papa ne bedi MPP party na nima ebema enkoso titire wo ayeden. Aba MPP party num amana sign aba bedru Ghana man so. We another camp nipa African ne camp na asifo nso a mesra wa say jide wo your don't waste your vote and waste your vote so and waste your voice and your strength in campaigning for Kennedy Japan because enye ye enko ye Miriam Wilson asama ni memo akwaba enko ye kura because we obey so enti adente yem fatumi ni nyina nkoma yewura Dr. Bawumia at once ye nyina yem koto aba man of fefem na onwene strongly na eno enchire bibi enfanchire and this for say we are coming strong and we are coming to take power from them. Enti mesro ye Canada Japan nipa sisa wadwene na you are wasting your vote. You are wasting it because it is not possible. Sadia we nkwande it is not possible say betumi abam say Dr. Bawumia pa gina ho na sankenye bibia yedi mi wura businessman eko compare no. I've never heard such and I know say it is not going to happen. And don't waste your vote, your energy and your resources on a losing candidate. Sabi say atono ene apro or who said Dr. Bawumia ya de person be but he cannot do it in the same way because doctor is somebody or you really organize and or you leader you know when him kwan of aswa or managing a niema and when him kwan of aswa or yen niema or yen natural and yet by force he's not pretending because that is his character as a human being but papa bi super so nsuano na no Dr. Bawumia picture bi ba bontra wafa akura si ne nan so yen kohwa na ye businessman yin so en number bi wafa akura bi asensen ne boa sabi akura ti say o twene form I saw twene ase because you know say new more you cannot do it enye pretending and how you are humble to people you have to, it must be in your character before you can appear to be humble in public. People know who you are. I papa we may be a trim or casting which the Ghana 40.
I'm now president who person advice it is stop at him. They are foolish. He be president, I go chop. He be vice president, I go chop. He be my work and good work. That will give me money to eat. Go to hell with your president and your vice president. Me ya majuma pemisika. And I was saying, only pana Jimmy Amontiana. Mosi miyanka.
Sawate. And to one hour so per second in Japan, me the president. Or see, you are foolish. Teriye pa. We aye 2022. Echebia. Or see one hour second in the president. Oh, you foolish man. Na unim de ntia me bo video we kire we bra ba men ka asem MPP fo amutie me we ye Bawumia ni pa woyɛ Brachempo nipa o, woyɛ Dutrim nipa o, woyɛ Kennedy nipa o. Sɛ mpo no woyɛ Kwabran Agye Japan nipa a, tie me ye pa. To be a president no. And yes, also one day around boom, now so baba a president. A statesman is groomed. You groom over by a statesman. Yes, also there no power one day be also boom. So you want to become a president. Tabi. Enti papa we 2022. No, yeah, Najuni Kurampo say he want to contest for MPP even vice presidency. How much more? And Obedjene say he wants to be an MPP flag bearer. This is to tell you, say, they don't know your no. He's doing it on purpose. He's not doing it say Oba be the president you or ye de. So be to media they I dismantle the rules of the MPP. Ye base, you know, Oba say no. Now in this for a timia for Kunyano BM in 2028. Because we'll be at 2022. Now when you're not going to say obedi vice president, you know. How come say ne 2025 or 2023? Obedi now say it tell you said the man is not well prepared to be the leader of the MPP today. And the MPP for Mamon will still vote on somebody. Onyante ne ho simple say enye oboto musika ne yede di president dambom ne yede oman na nto ntoboa oman ne nya ene yede oman na djuma. How could you consider that person as a leader, as a president of your state? It is just waste of time. Dr. Yaton yepa wa ye djuma no so ache wa di onimpa info atena ache was sitting at the highest level of country's affairs. Or yeah, vice presidential candidate for 8 good years and Snowbabedi vice president for another 8 years. Before Snowbabedi vice president candidate, no. Now or yeah, Juma with IMF no more daily with the affairs of other countries like Zimbabwe. And what you know, was Sanso Kohede, Okoye deputy minister for deputy governor of Bank of Ghana Ankasa. It is a papa no. Ono no onim painfo atnasie din komache so enye afei and obey den learn how to deal with men at the highest level. Pacho temi yepa. And this is the right person that we must focus to bring him or experienced man in the system. In fact, delegates na omokwa akoto abana enra ye wo ha na sa guy we yaba bontene e de asem bia betudwa na nasem na o ka moment ye ni yepa osi ono no no ye the secretary for Canada Japan campaign at a constituency but ene wajai yenti osu wajai no me pese me no nyina yentie ye wi ana edi nkomo kakra ko yanim tie video we
ken na ne se empepe am no ka sai me na me ye constituency campaign secretary Emayura Kennedy Japan ene mejai because the Bible says you may see the truth and the truth shall set you free. Matese will say some of Mukafa Bawumia who chile minina no na ye ntro some kwa. And then the Jinaha they confess actually the whole constituency. Machidi fu amaba mo now so in various polling stations. Upon say ye made free adwuma mu ina bet matter to say me the first constituency officer ya to abawi me visit mo say me ba le chia ma hwehwe na mo zitie me ba me ye campaign fa mu asoma me ka kire mu ina no enne mate sama no.
Yes, enti papa we na oye the secretary to the Canada Japan campaign in a constituency. O say na wasesa na no ensema o mo ka kire no wo se ni nyina ye ntro. Now, my question is, I didn't tell person won't say you be. ansana what to me appear to be a good person. But you tell me yo. So we him say we nipa bi oye nipa papa. Now what the ability to do something awo hwa. Adentia wo say wo nkwa sei obi hom fan kire amanfo ansa na amanfo no timi hu so ye nipa papa. That is where I stand, and that is where I start with my topic. And it say you don't have the ability and the capacity to pray the role that you want to pray. So, Utiway, Unya sem papa bi kafa wo ho. I be man nipa ji watum. Se wuntumi nkyere a leadership quality be a woman. I bet to me a man nipa ji watum se ampa papa we man be a leader. Edem faso papa be bra ye party no. Na mbom no de obetumi ayama nipa ji watum ene se obeka asem bone edi afa wo contestant ho a. Na ekire say you have lost the battle from the beginning. And in turn and the country say the battle is still the Lord's. Tell me yepa. Says constituency secretary be country will say. And some no mo country me fa Dr. Bawumia hono. Matransia who say ni nyina ye ntro nti majaya. E kire will say ya sheda chichire ntro de enim aka agu Dr. Bawumia ho. Na no ye nyina e wo ha. And the German South, let me tell you something very serious. In Bono region, Canada, Japan, last 2023, we need only 2 constituencies. German South, and Ibrekum East. When in Canada, Japan, fast, we need German South. Or share that talk card in my MPP delegate to be. Say, on Faka and constituency ho. Na onfan kwa chira manfo se Dr. Bawumia na atoka na manu because of the Dr. Bawumia chi. Enti se oye delegate. Na umu se delegate bi de atoka muwa de amano. Na umbom ya consider wa se beye wa bufuo. That is what Kenya Japan did to win the German South constituency. But na me no ka say no kre na ba bonten. Say ye ntro ni nkontompo na obedi ye. Say you have a plan for yourself. No, say one summer now it was a purported plan on how you can win on Dr. Bawumia. But it in a gradual, many of the delegates across the country, the former education minister because a country. Omunyina will say no Kennedy we kontomponi because the one thing that I have notified between Kennedy Japan campaign message and that one of Yura Dr. Bawumia campaign is said Dr. Bawumia na mo country delegates the obeye ama delegates na omo constituency on MPP for mano omo abra bono sisaye bi abam as part of the MPP party me we asami just mo akwaba Doctor Chred Yobe to me aye the opese onyo emma party ma because ene any party man edi nkomo. Ya papa ba akuisu do kogina ho a ena omo ena nobody can intimidate me ena maybe a factory and turning kontompo nko a. Enti the many of the delegates na transition will say no. Level we are a woman no. We are in a level whereby we need a sounded mind. Calm, cool-brained, tall-headed man. And you need in the party. How bet to me them running shaya juma. Ama sabi your party net me jina na so. And almost everyone in the constituencies or muya delegates, they are all pushing towards Dr. Bawumia. Because obi onima de no yodada ye nkonkofa me kwa kofa atra ya hwe na so obi be catch us that be Dr. Bawumia didn't call last 2024 lusu ye enti no Emayam Fanning Kobiema, and what Bisane said. Since when he was born to be a Ghanaian, Empredo say, and a party be at me 8 years were kunyaso. Now what to me continue to win elections? It is not possible. John Mahama, only first time or only 4 years. Emani Lusu Google. Why? Because of Zena Atame so decline about 4 years. What the Mahama the Anika 8 years. Yes, in so say a cherry what tuama a yinka and I say I born. And to be in a government in a country like Ghana, sabi obi epe fa hodie, obi epe nkwase sika, obi epe krono sika, obi epe se nkesisa Ghana sika na de ache no. Otena ban mu emfie nwotwe a. Ohu be yahi. Because journalists osi wan se Ghana sika nkwa nkoma ne so njini. Enti on kan ho asempa radio so da. Businessman be osi wan man contract. Enti sa na tie dia won sponsor obiem. TV station be and tron on be dia fa ho saa because of say wono enam so pese wo mfa aban o man sika nye bibi no. Na opposition so you ready say odi o man sika no beto amanfo afuru na omudi omuti akasa ma no. And so we be can just say Dr. Bawumia yet onon na onye good candidate nti ayede no call 2024 ayelusu ya sene who obwa the nti ayelusu election 2024 they say one enso che wotoama yi nka. Second, the situation na the global economy e fande ne ho we asi sikasem ba bia na yegina no na yenyina enimpo said Nana Addo crown in 2020 election by miraculous, because almost every election ayenya na we asimu ba bia no the incumbent obi anoti aban mu contest bia no olusu be Nana Addo win in 2020 because of how the world was turned to say the we asia yeden na kromano se we asia den a omunim sa aban na ambo ne homode no enti omone aban enewo enye opposition eno ka ho bi de eto so biem ye party no nantete ye kese pa wo mchiche mu a ye the highest level I no crack a part of the MPP story. Mchiche mu a na wo ye munti no we were not able to secure the victory. I no so kwa America papa bi so kura ne nkrofo ka ho bia na omo ye de omo yo. Ye de no to nchen so a minya be ma opposition party na owo ho no na onye opposition bi ono Ghana no ni yoyi ena eda na komaso anase ne nkan na eda na komaso opposition na ye ne wo ho no e opposition bi a na why you ready even to kill Ghanaians for power. Enti ade bi a wo say ye mpo na mfa nkoso mra na nka oman no emunye kama na amanfo feel to be at a good place and also feel the good governance of Nana Addo Krana and Crofoi Ebeden Ebekwatia. These are some of the reasons why Yelusu Abano and yet Dr. Bawumia Yelusu Aba. I mean, Bisawasem, what did I say? A political party are not buying any Tiakunyum. Now in parliament, over 138 MPs. Now in the opposition, over 137. Yet me got two Aba, was speaker so. Emma the party no one higher number in the parliament no elusu to the party or no na lower number. Now who name say Agwamba be no NDC ni no babe ye speaker of parliament no. Or NDC ni a or beka NDC for no ho more 138 ana. Sanema we nyina koso. Enti mo MPs no sukra mo sango problem. Because the speaker is the decision maker in the parliament. Ono ne decide what to talk about. Ono ne betu make say there be wasem ya wo kan ye montungu nyansa nim. And this a more piece na answer no. Mutum kwatena ho. Ekoto aboko NDC ni so omo na omo ye speaker. Na se NDC for asom huri wam no omo chim no. Said ye be amunya adwuma pa. Na muntumi nya ntoto ye papa. Emmo man mfa ne ho. Na na me no so magana fo bufu na omo koto aba editia wo party a wo se yo o candidate mom e na lusu. Na mo ba ne sa na manto aba na mfa ma ye fa ne saying, oh, what is the name? Okankwe to be your speaker. Nanka waboa mo motuma ye monema. Levy, for example, say your Okankwe, ye finish, what is the name? Oh, mine we are adwasa from side ho. Say sa mine no, and I know ye speaker, and ka Levy ye passe yan tokwa ninsensem bia mayedai. Ama ho, ama man for Ghana for enya wo ho. Because at the end of the day, because the NDC have the kind of high number in parliament. Now Mosansu will speak no NDC ni to know. Omu to me ye then Eddie Levy ba bontema emane ye to say the yadi be a time and I say ye krono adwuma. But ye na me no ka say NDC are buying uto 1 liter of petrol bia 14 or 16 or 15 cedis or till 1 cedi and no bia nka ho asem. Adentia because enam say omo majority na omo majority na united intino omo tumi amana ma me ye kona bra entweso o parliament amana ma me ye dede o Ghana fo anim anajo no mo di levy buy and Ghana fo tua di levy obi anka hwe they are content with it, but 1 cedi on 200 Ghana a day tio 1 cedi on 200 Ghana a day. Eba be ye problem kese pa e wo Ghana man. But ene 1 cedi on 15 or 14 cedi a day. Eye normal obi atiase. Now ask yourself, eye Dr. Bawumia ene ma wo ye den wo lose election announce ye mumbom na munye united. Nama wo answer. So don't allow anybody to deceive you. Obi bi obeka ncho say Dr. Bawumia ene ma wo lose abano. House oba friend who so ye MPP ni biano. Say nipa no obo nye MPP no ye NDC. And also ye MPP ni a ompe MPP party na asem. Now no party no. Because our actions, our internal attacks kurano, they were massive campaign messages for the NDC. Here you know him. And some in Japan car ye MPP for Bokro not to say the Ochina Bini ho. Mebos a video natural. These are all things that contributed to our massive loss. Entenye Dr. Bawumia nambom yenya na yepe na yewe ye because obi ko kanchira MPP for say ya dane mommoa ya boto abama ye na yeko aban mu a for the 4 years ye nimu wo 4 years no duru na ye ba beto aba fei na yasen aba wanim enti wo na wo ye MPP ni ba na MPP ni panyina wo gini di efere kene Japan ebe gina bonten ka asem bi se kire wo se omu wia o man no ye mfa wo nye hwe eduru 4 years and omo ba wo nchen a se wo nso obu befu se nkonkoto aba. This is what actually happened. Enye Dr. Bawumia ene melu su aba na mbom eye ya ankasa yensem buduma ye kan ye ensensem buduma ye kan ya ayen sembinu ma ye ka ye no eno so ho aba ena ye dey ye kwoti ye enti enye Dr. Bawumia ena ma obi elusu aba enti obi be kan kire o se Dr. Bawumia ena ma walusu aba miwi be ma sini hu because enisro any form na meba na ma kire wade bi o ha meba na ma kire wade keto bi e wo ha. Now, there then say finally, MPP delegates, of one who say, yes, and some not can Japan car, you know. I'm one party no, and your money na your moho at your free Kennedy Japan camp. I'm a name no kasei. Party no, be no at your moho. In fact, and the research I'm ye. Bibi actually say Dr. Bawumia is leading with their huge numbers. Leading, even more than the Onyane last year. Temiye pa, meno kasapa temiye. Leading na Dr. Bawumia leading and no. I know addressing the Onyane last year. According to sources, Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia is now leading with about 63.something%. Last year, Dr. Bawumia saying 61.something%. Would you research when about the top on
we have actually tried to put everything together on the map of Ghana and to tell you, depending on which part of the country you are, you know from the word go how the results is looking like. Now, the color schemes and the bubbles that we show on the screen show, so if you look at the blue bubble, it represents DMB, which is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If you look at the, let's say red, it represents Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. And there are other color schemes in there. Now, just at a glance, you will see that the blue and the red stands out. So even without going into the fine details of the data, you can see that this race is more or less becoming like a two-horse race between Kennedy Ohene Ejapong and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, again, the size of the bubble tells you how a particular candidate is faring in a particular region. Now, if you take all the northern regions, upper west, upper east, northeast region, you take northern region itself, savannah region, and you come all the way to those areas, you can see straight away that the blue bubble stands really tall. Basically saying that when it comes to the context that the MPP delegates are going into, it is more or less becoming like a one-sided context in the northern regions of this country. And it is not surprising because this is where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has some of his strong roots. And then you come to the middle part and then the southern part, we see some assets we can see. If you take the coastal regions, let's take central region for example, we can see that in the central region, the red bubble is bigger relative to the blue bubble. And this is again the back door of Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. Again, another bubble which is looking bigger than the blue bubble, we find that in Western North region, where Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapong is actually making about 52.4% relative to what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is showing over there. Similar results are found, but overall, if you aggregate everything, out of the 16 regions, we find that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading in 14 of the regions, whilst Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapong leads in 2 of the regions. Interestingly, we find an interesting trend, even though it looks like a two-horse race. When we come to the eastern region, we find Honorable Dr. Brian Achampong also making some presence in the eastern region, even though he's not leading. But this is where he's showing the most presence relative to all the other regions. So, what basically this is saying is that
the MPP delegation, among say, any po to me, Jenny Padomanim, I can't send be a tissue way.
He is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Wow! Who really cannot get on government? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control. I will put my life on the line and defend it.
Enti se de akonya ne se MPP delegation hu se enipa otumi gina ho hwe amanfo Ghana fo anim no twa ntro a ente se Ede chire onwa ede for onwa ankasa ni party hono. That person is somebody that you cannot trust. Now listen, MPP elusu a lot of vote in Ashanti region. As idea we so papa we promise say he's going to do whatever he can to make sure say the Ashanti region will not vote for the MPP. Now listen.
He is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. So much. Why deliver Ashanti region? I'm never going to forgive them. If you we'll see if you deliver Ashanti region. I'm never going to forgive them. If you
So what? Enti papa we promises say he's going to make sure say MPP cannot win the Ashanti region. Yakoto abanonso. In fact, MPP normally get about 70 or 73, 74% from the Ashanti region. MPP nya 73 and 75% from the Ashanti region. It automatically means say we have won the election. But yakoto abano yenya base 70%. And then this for move here from 27 to 33, 34%. And omode winning here. So the person who promised you say he'll make sure that you will lose, you know. The MPP delegates has worked up and they have seen say, Sir Papano, you cannot trust him to handle your party leadership to him because or you bitter and a bitterness, you know, against mpayinfo no more party no ma omumom and ombeden omudi party na nim enti obi oni mpayinfo no ente ne tepa mu no ukoto abama na one hefo na ekoye adwuma edi nkonimdie no abrew. This is a question that you must to ask yourself. Because papa we na ye kan asem no ono no ni party fo oni obi ani ho omoye den omoye da call because according to party fo mpayinfo ya kromfo omu wiaga na mind said the ochinani ho enti e na ukona kwoto abama na oko na obeye the leader and the flag bearer of the party a ehefo no oni omo ekoye adwuma no oni owusu bempa na oni phobia member na oni kwasi kurante oni party card and okoye adwuma na ana ya babia samwa no ne koye adwuma ana oni NDC for ne kwakoshe demu aprane against your own party. This is the question that you must to ask yourself and give yourself an answer. Temiepa. This is the question that you must to ask yourself and give yourself an answer. Me ma. Sa asem ya papa ikan ya me bochire we. Aba say MPP fo wia o man Ghana te say de ochire ni ho. Se me wa kura ase. Now the video we and audio we chire me. Na metene wo masum se party ni papa panyini ena e kan asem bi se dia fa party ni ho a mabamu bego enye me fault. And in fact, the NDC took advantage of this on the various platforms. This time Ghana ye wa de bi oho ye frene MSF Communication Center. A microphone kese pa esensen wiem bese 7 meter tall or 8 meter tall. We are some coffee more kwaba Richard Apia on some kwaba pa. Ye just audio we gum for more than 30 minutes. Na utie nsema kese a Kennedy Japan oye party ni kese. Ka de fa wankasa o party ho a. Se obu amfu a waba mu begu. Obufu nso a wadwa o party no. Waba mu gu nso na se wayi ho afri party no. Enti the entire nam so a party no nya vote dodo ewo babia na ye used to. Te se bono hafo. Ene Asante. Ehona na se ye wene strongly yede dinkunim no. The NDC was playing these videos across there to make sure say party ma ebe feeling guilty with their conscience. Say omo ato aba e de amani pa fonfo e na omo te akonwam. Enti ene delegates no they have wake up from that and they have understood. Mama me can't let me so be dikene de Japan atemo. Catch Rajman. Oh, se metre me ni kene de atemo. I'm talking about the reality on the ground. Meka de wayo, the oyo ye. Some more kind in America. But o konkro for mo camp no ha. Ye can't Kennedy Wasama. I just see Bawumia na yeratem. Answer ye to me asema kan ya chere dom. Pacho tie me pa. Because all your party sympathizer and all your party member ampara. Now what is your former vice president? Yeah, kind of want some money. You're supposed to what? Defend. But here we are. A party former, almost a party former ankasa. And no more cancer Dr. Bawumia the dollar no call 17 CD. And an NDC 4 at the about 10. January 2025, the dollar to CD was at 14 cedis. And how can you lie yourself against your party? It is animal way na. And a delegate aka bubom. Who said that this man is actually deceiving us. And the deceive us now, the deceive we no. See a maya near nahon tentem, ne who said that Papa no 37% no nyani debi no. Ni tima ye ne de. Enti afiwe yem punishing. This man would think that the party, almost half of the party belongs to him. Enti afiwe, the MPP delegates are going to do everything that they can. Say you better. Yewura Canada, Japan. The numbers no nya in 2023 no. You better so the above form. Anye biano. Anye biano si etimete so at the bafoma. You better me actually say, Papa, don't think say everything belongs to you. Don't think say everything in the party belongs to you. And in the delegation, everybody consciously is telling the Canada Japan campaign say, I feel mobile to Toronto. Mobile akumanim. Bawumia ne Bawumia with the heavy votes, with a heavy number. Because there is nowhere in this world that a conduct of such person can be accepted. Sa conduct way, the conduct of Canada Japan can never be accepted in any group of people. So delegates, I'm still on you. Try to make a wise decision on whom you are going to vote for. Bawumia wa winning view, but we want the massive one. Massive. 79, 80%. Nanka na akano. Ema mi viankuma me hoye pa. Oh, I'm sorry. Any can't do so. How do you know? I'm on meeting Mr. Manfu BM. Oh, sorry, eh? And you're here next Saturday. One judgment say we can take advantage. We should be to me after them. Sorry, we can't do a hard in a power. And the America, Kotwabano, I'm a doctor massively. Near their showcase because plan be over a course in fact a year Juma. Last year, Eastern region. Kenya Japan born a home of the Pafi we at Tiaba form. A few we Kenya Japan no ankasa ni constituency a honso at Tiaba form. But I know ye do or ye open a home of the numbers no. Be not Tiaba form. This is because what was hidden now manfo nim no ababon thing. Because the campaign message itself, it says a lot. Who is the person that you can trust? Now, this video from campaign side. Yeah.
Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Akwaba, it was a rioso. And then a pound for you think crime by ye Mama Kwaba. MPP. Ye young crowd. And so ye papa no more kono. Na ye Sianoma. 92 Yadi Professor Adubuan Hekoi Anyeye party for bufu to say the yebufu ya keka nsem saa me se de esi ne no esida nti me de ekoso na enya me wanwa nipa ahoɔden nsɛm ne no ma bi nti yɛse yɛmfa dubu ahenko bi mebo a ɛne nya wrɛhyɛmu sɛ yɛde yɛwura agyekunkufoɔ bɛma tenten gramo yɛsɛ ɔno de ɔba 96 ɔbɛgye tumi ama yɛ 96 MPP yɛtumi wini 98 nkɔmɔ a ɛkɔ so sesie saa nkɔmɔ da ɛkɔ so o yɛwura mea me Nana Addo danko Akufo-Addo ɔsɛ ɔno nso yɛde kufuo kɔ anyɛ yie nti ɔno nso yɛnyi kufuo mfiri ɔno nyɛ dɛn saa nkɔmɔ na nkɔ so 98 suyane delegate ko hyia se ya ɛnso ɔmo hu sɛ yɛmfa adubu ahia nkɔ no yɛnsesa yɛwura kufuo da that time no Nana Addo yɛ popular young lawyer ni TV kura na ebi wɔ so kama ɔyɛ campaigner no ɔde ɛnso party for say yɛde yɛwura kufuo bɛkɔ 2000 yɛ win elections ada nti me da bia me hyia mo a me ka asɛm bi sɛ consistency in politics plays a vital role in winning the next election. Consistency. Yewura Atamils ɔno nso 2000 ɔbaa yo wamfa ne kwan wɔ hɔ wanre wani gugu NDC fo nso hyia bibi firi yɛn MPP fo so ɔmo nsesa Atamils da 2004 mo sa de ne yɛ dɛn 2008 wanwini saa time no nso Yewura Akufo-Addo the whole Ghana no yɛ popular kyɛn wɔ bia 2008 the first time ekosi sɛn. Consistency in politics is very, very important. You go school no, near to sugar be your friend of St. Louis. Me who say ya advert that and so there be a to MPP, you St. Louis let away. You real 2008 elections. I rehob by to say there were rabbi ya say ya. You right, your Papa Alan. And also can the same thing. Yenyi Akufo-Addo mfiri ho na ono nye den ba party for kai bibi o mse Nana yenim ni fridi en tete consistency Nana Addo 2012 nsem e course wo Ghana manimu nsem me engineer nti me draw trend na e ya me hwe the trend analysis outlier bi by first time a ye hu say obi aba first time o win any Yewura hwan John Mahama. But Oriemo and Ameboa, Yanko Supreme Court. Oboni Brewery year to 2016 and also all court elections. 2020 Yanzamanare. And so NDC for say Omupro, Omumpro, on one of the bedding. And Komobi Koso. Oh, what the Bawumia ba yanto, what the Bawumia, ya this uncommodity bida. NDC. Tama mode John Mahama Ebano, Yanam Kroma, John Mahama, the Yemani president that. Because ni surono and this papa no musurono ni it is a what in common ekosua almost say my day going into 2028 your advantage I want to say you will be a yatone dada you will be an huni asem you will be a ye here as a party ne say you beka ye wire den abom me makase ye here end this vote ye the really 2020 elections ye here say you beka ye hu abom wantwi ni na ye be den ye be jai ye jaya papa obedi president ama ye nyina ye wire den atoye yami shramu nyina yami shramu order number 3 yami shramu madam say
yes enti asem no said the tie no saa na de beto dede na yete na bonten no a part of our story dede na yete na bonten no de ya bi pen ekosi yesen hwe ekosi yesen hwe but bra yetimi gitu mu se da bi president die no enye one touch untumi medi president at a one touch yesha ase say we have to bring someone and make people feel say that be nipa we o ye nipa bi on turn ho on kire na adwen Bawumia so de ne onye nipa bi afei e na obekire de obetumi aye o Ghana fo nim no ni nyuma pa wa ye de ama Ghana man as a vice president Ghana fo nim panya ofa so ye ne nema enyam na meka kire Ghana ni nim dada panya ofa so asabio otimi born ne homodren as a vice president odi nsisaye binum ba ye society ma ene me no nyina yedi ho mfaso no enya me na meka Ghana fo nim dada enti imagine say Dr. Bawumia eda ayi ballot paper so na yakwa akofa Haruna Idrusu abeto so say ye wo a hwan na obeto abade ama no Haruna Idrusu ana unto ma Haruna Idrusu obeto de ama Dr. Bawumia adentia unim say Dr. Bawumia anya hwe no oni na etumi edi gold reserve for buy ne dollar no se nya ndisi fo nkwase adwuma bi omoya enka anya hwe no nka sese nka da be se 12 bi a eye stable ana nka da be 11 bi a eye stable enya na de ye hu yi ye ho ani asesa gan sika ne akwakoto agum na dollar no akofom be se 2-3 months time na asen pagya enne mabo se de tie saa na tie ekuro. What is the sense in all this? It doesn't make sense. So when people believe in ideology, actually how to build the economy without any, you can say, artificial management. Sustainable. We have to vote for that person. After all, Nana Addo say a better say. Party ebewo power na ubeye sabio gate man more than so party be opposition na wo yenka ne say we general secretary no papa nasem no kaye no wanka ne kwa he meant something sasem no kaye no ayempanyin kasa ya asem bi anyansa wo mu pa because me and MPP ewo power pono na makodru Ghana na madru airports na sabio manya program ketua bi fa nkrata asem ho a you can call somebody who will come and support you obabetumi anya admission at the right school akọ but na andis in a power who are we well known as an MPP man ofro obi a wunyo obi na wafre no they are not ready to listen to you. Na yeko ya nim no so no yempe candidate bi nso oye ntokwakofo because candidate obi anim so oye ntokwakofo oye ye dede yo and this is so nim say Kennedy upon your cool chop say ne at the internal level ye to aba na a presidential candidate mi betina bonten e ka say if I get zero in any constituency on a fragmented election I will not accept the results, especially in the north. We are all men in this MPP. Try something foolish in the north, and I will do the worst in south. What kind of how do you want this man to lead you? Why? Now, God in Asarbedi akon e won chiremu e de massa post we ya Kennedy Japan ya me feel say the most unwise statement any public second Japan betumi agina the platform so aka yentim na sisia
tie na ya semia member of parliament ni kuromu MP Bugu Asante Achim South me MP kwakwa Asante Boatin aka nsema enye emfata se enipa eka che ne yonku nipa especially in the 21st century bebe ye dream especially whereby ye nipa bebre eka se MPP for eye overly conservative ye mse da mpe ahoho wo party num na se ni say now member of parliament I think say who call for fourth term na win what the minister under the neck of Wado na utimi kika ensem say ya yet tempere for tenase ya asem wo kan ye beka na reaction by the party no so no yaka ho asem party reaction na me ni agye ho me fa dem ba be kan ade na kasa me say dan good details no ba me hu so mo the statement na aba but statement ba ko bi so am expect ni say MPP to aba 2023 eyi flag bearer. That was 4th November 2023. Yeah, to aba wie no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eni win with over 60%. Yeah, nyina kwa Accra Sports Stadium. Emma penny4 na mo contest nyina no mo ho. Honorable Kennedy akompre ko Japan. And to so minu. Onya 30-something%. Okasai on behalf of the other contestants. Now Okasai no was say wajitum na election e free and fair. Esise bia mem enwiemu bia amem eno nti no wajiatum no be support party no. Na the grassroots for akasa. Na nka semesi ekanu ano no. Afa na otwi ni Obukere Japan eko somewhere up north minim the exact region no. And na wo okoye the campaign. And na wo bia wo so wo ye delegate. Obukere Japan kasa wo. And obi also wo delegate e baaye. Wo baaya na wo di phone bi ekuta no. And wo di phone ne kire Obukere Japan say ono asumasi no 2023 4th November no wato number e ma Obukere Japan enso so no ye to abade wi na ye kenkan no Obukere Japan enya 0, not implying, explicitly saying say MPP for wi abanum e ko implying po dia kenye hu sa, but he was explicit say wato number no MPP for wi abanum e ma no etia Obukere Japan ehon wan kasa Obukere Japan abrante de kire na wo kan ye no nyame no kure no wan pok e kan ye no wasere wode yesere ye kakra na to try timi po de bega say oh we put the say the nyase but ye wie na after that no matiti commentary bi ene Obukere Japan wan kasa giving credence to the abrante de be kire wo no mpe ya Ghana ni bi ehu ye hu say MPP for wia abanum MPP for ekoto abano MPP for wia abanum Obukere Japan waka ama say what the warning aba threatening say si eto abane so nya 0 nko ade a ene di BCBC eye si ye wia no oto abane si nya 0 nko ade a di BCBC na si eto aba itimi nya 0 ebi kwali papa ko for the to ma obi ko awsa ato no pono be bodi ko se no ansan fa si ba bi ye obetunya 0 ebi timi to aba na aiba be rejected ballot yetimi to aba the whole Ghana ye be na nya 210,000 rejected ballots nti wo de ka ho 0 na binya de ha me ne say omo aka say 2023 elections no MPP for the share so and the electoral commission for the share so and now we are abanum. I'm expecting MPP pending for say omba be kasa asebi hu omba be ya no akondem nipa kro yes ade no aka che so evidence say obi wi abanum a watena ho 2 years one farmer moreover ye kwato aban MPP for the directive ba say emo bibia en fa ne mobile phone enwura ayi box num enkoto aba emma omo catch police for they enforced it say ye mo bia fa ne mobile phone enwura boot num a okoto aba no enti sa branch na enrich wode baye no etimi say he committed an illegality. If indeed say the all can put you true, assuming without admitting say the all can say what to about will try picture and pa. Let us say one long as what yamra and yes so much no. Assuming without admitting say a yampa say one long as say a try picture 2023 4th November. Let us say no committee illegality as a delegate and as a voter. I'm expecting national say on be condemn sa irresponsible claim or allegation whatever against the party. Eti mo condemn Kwaku Asante hwan mo condemn saa de no so nka ho na party no mo ya yi se musuro nipa bi anim kasa asem ba mo se kire kanche se hey kache on so nchen party no MPP party a kire over and over several years decades say obni individual being one more chain MPP as a political tradition. There's no single individual. It's an ebedi hon komo. Amachimi shadi bi na me rehwe. Kwame Abuja Governance, Minister of Roads. We are true for papa. We are true for you are. Who are celebrated. You are a liar. Shameful say Ghana for ewo binyiri enterprise President Mahama Krom ama Ghana for more than 13,000 edwanya free Ghana akwa Ivory Coast, verified and confirmed by the Interior Minister of Ghana. Say Ghana for 13,000 edwanya free Ghana Bolibambo area ho akwata Ivory Coast because ye kum Ghana for BBC Interior Minister account wa confirm me was so verified with the Ivorian authorities. Manimra who will be move about into Manimra said the beya medasi and na Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa also call Ivory Coast even though Kwana Judia so yes was what call ye no Ghana for 13,000 as confirmed by the Ghana's Interior Minister no omko kan nipa work Ivory Coast no na omonye 13,000 biom na aka 5,000 say 8,000 ko it would 8,000 from 13,000 and back 5,000. It's according to the Ghana's foreign minister no Ghana for refugees Ivory Coast aka 5,000 and Kwame Abuja Governance. Hey, and I just am here call one thing. Maka. Fred, Billy. And 5,000 account and Kwame Abuja Governance in the Parliament, House of Records. You are desecrating that institution. Kwame Abuja say Ghana ni bian koye refugee war Ivory Coast. Rather no Ivorians be na eba Ghana about 1,000 Ivorians be na eba Ghana na when you that funny say grandpa comic minister lance minister SEO what look at the area han kofa abetet na ho enya nkofo free Ivory Coast u ba ho ase de yeka Ghana fo akotena ho akoye tukotena fo first in the history of Ghana say entokwasi babia president tie president the Chrome na Ghana fo ye tukota Ivory ho asem de yeka records kire Kwame Abuja say wa Ghana ni bia obeka say Ghana fo akota Ivory Coast bia na we are true for, which means he is calling the foreign minister as a liar. He's calling the Interior Minister as a liar. Kwame Abuja Governance.
Okay, yes, let's come back to our studios. SKB TV, Mwakwaba Pakakari TV, Mwakwaba ye. Yamina back to our studios na Yankasamfa and Simbirum ho. In fact, asema kene Japan kind de mu ewrempa because at the internal level kura and untumi enyina enya nipa mo munyina mo monkan waba mawa. Then how would it be at the national election a presidency a wone NDC for na kwahwe so ene ebe yensem bebre na wa yemfa wentu ona